fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kiru's show here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Dorzaya, who he has unlocked a unique skill called Berserker. And it was quite powerful. Midoriya, in his fight against the Sea Dragon, used this skill and was able to overcome great odds and gain victory. Now, Midoriya, he then woke up and found that he was alive. His legs were back on his body, along with one of his arms. And it was quite the intense shock to find he was still in the realm of the living. Now, he did then leave after discovering from his system that the skill he has unlocked does not give him control of his own body. In fact, it does take that control away for roughly a few minutes. However, he will become an unstoppable killing force to any living creature around him, be it friend or foe. Now, this did scare Dorzaya. He's come to death, close to death's door so many different times that if the skill is ever activated, he fears he can kill his allies. Or if you even did have to put it in a word, his friends. Now, Bell did confront Dorzaya about this, since he was acting awfully distant. Now, Midoriya, whenever he was confronted, he lost his cool. He could not keep it. This idea that he can do things alone and these people are just here to annoy him, he couldn't hide that any longer. He wants to have a human connection. He wants to have people to call his friends. However, he fears that they will be ripped away from him as well, and they will die in battle. Now, he did open up to Bell about his fear, as he did stop neglecting his emotions, and he even did reveal to Bell the name he was given by his first friend, Junto. Now, this was quite the surprise, and she kissed Junto and even gave him a hug, something that he really did need, as she did then stay the night with him and make sure that he was okay, as we do have the next morning, where he does leap awake and out of his bed. He's breathing heavily. Along with that, he's sweating like a madman, as he does go to bring one of his hands up and think about that dream he just had. As you actually have Belle, who she does wake up as well. Her immediately jumping up and grabbing Dorzaya by his face. Hey, are you okay? It was a dream. Of course it was. That would never happen. Junto, are you alright? Yeah. Sorry. It was a nightmare. Are you sure? Hey, I can stay here a little while longer. Just let me know. Okay. Now, she would stay with him until he does go to stand up and slip on a shirt, as he does inform her that doesn't she need to get out of here? I should be fine, right? I mean, people don't know I'm here. I understand that, but Well, I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea. Hmm? The wrong idea? Yeah. If somebody catches you sneaking out of here, then they'll think something is going on. Hmm? Oh, yeah, I do get what you're talking about. Listen, I appreciate you watching over me for the night. But still, it would be bad for both of us if we're caught like this, right? Hmm? Yeah, I guess so. Now, she would come walking over to the door, and right away he does see the gown she's wearing. It's a lovely shade of blue, and it does really complement her eyes. Now, as she does go to reach out for the door, Roy he would do one thing. I'm going to bring his hand outwards and onto her chin, as he does at least lean down and give her another kiss. Her quite shocked by that, as she does take a step backwards as the door does open. What was that? Call it a step forwards. I don't know. It feels different though. I guess I understand what you mean. Now, she would go to walk out the door, and Midoriya, he would watch her leave. As we do have somebody who wanted to speak with the King of the Onis or the Dragon Slayer this morning. They watched a girl walk out of his room in a nightgown. As they did then see the man they wanted to talk to standing right there in the doorway, with a small little smile on his face as that girl did leave. Along with that, it did seem like he was already dressed for breakfast. Now, they would go to walk away. And Midori, he does actually turn his head. Wait, wasn't someone just standing there? No, it could have been my imagination. Damn it, am I getting distracted now? Now, we do have later that day, or roughly about 20 to 30 minutes later, where the servants, they've already prepared breakfast for the leaders. And they've already prepared some meals for themselves. As we do have everybody there sitting there and eating. Midori, he does look around the table, and he does find it to be quite fascinating. From what he does see, there are vegan diets that some of them they eat. He's assuming that that's because of their species, but it also could be of choice. The rabbit's obvious. Well, it's obvious. He believes that they can't digest meat. If he has to go off of, well, things. There's the elf who she's eating a diet as well that does not consist of meat. The lizard man and orc, they're eating full meat diets. The one with the wings, or the man with the wings, he's eating what considered to be at least a, well, strange diet. Since whenever he does look over and see his plate, it does at least show bugs, along with the ruler of the other nation. Now, Midoriya, he is quite confused and sort of intrigued, as he does look down at his breakfast. It appears to be 2 breakfast patties, some potatoes, and what he believes to be gravy. Quite interesting. I'm going to reach for the mug that is sitting there, as he does go to drink it, finding that this is coffee. It's actually pretty good. Now, as one of these servants, they do go to set something down, Midoriya, he would go to bring up one of his hands. As they do walk over and ask exactly if everything is perfectly fine. Yes. Tell the chef I said thank you for this. Along with that, would you please bring me at least 2 other cups of this? Now, everyone would stare at him. This seems to be quite the change of attitude. Yes, sir. I'll let the chef know right away. Now, Midoriya, he would go to hold something up. As the person they do look at it. That's a gold coin. Please, give him this. Now, they would take this from him and go to walk away. Now, all of them do stare at him for a second. He does know how precious those coins are, does he not? Yet it's also interesting that he gave one away so willingly. Along with that, there was the fact that he seems to have changed a bit. Did he let out all of his aggression and anger against that dragon? Some of them do wonder. Now, whenever he would go back to his meal, asking if any of them do at least have a few questions. I have one. The Dragon Man does say, or the Lizard Man. So, the markings on your face, in addition to another tally being added, what I would say, and the ones you already do have becoming more defined, exactly what are you? That's a good question. I'm an ally. What more do you need? Anyways, if that is all the questions you do have, what I would say, him talking about how they need to finish up with their breakfast and all figure things out. He's assuming that what he's helping with next doesn't involve farming, since he's not really very much of a farmer. No. We have vast amounts of land for that. However, you should be aware. What we might have you help with next would be, now, this is whenever somebody they do go to stand up, and everyone they do look their direction. As some of the help, they do stop in their tracks at the person who did currently stand. As it would be Laura or what does that say? Laura Coleman. Or, as I should be saying, the Princess of the Elves. Now, this is quite interesting. And the way he would look her way is he does hold a piece of the beef patty on his fork. Him going to set it down, he does ask if she has anything she wants to say. Yes. It has been brought to my current attention earlier today that two things are happening that will drastically affect both my nation and hers. Now, Midoriya he does go from looking at the elf to looking at the bunny woman, as he does ask Faye exactly what's going on. Well, that is hard to speculate. Currently what's happening with my nation is the fact that druids, we believe, are, well, withdrawing. Withdrawing? Yes. Our nation's having trouble. There are people who are believed to be cutting down in unauthorized areas. And they're not only using that lodging to make camp and build a fortress, but Faye then turning to Laura, who does continue talking, explaining that that fortress is home to bandits, and that they currently do have somebody of great importance to her. I see. Now, Midoriya he does go to stand up, as he does ask if both of them would like him to take care of these problems. Yes. Now, the Elven Princess, she would actually go to walk around the table as she does then look directly at Midoriya. These two standing 5 feet apart as she does go to bend down onto her knee and inform him that the person who was taken was her brother. And she does wish for a safe return. She's not permitted to interfere with this matter. Her father has given her strict orders along with that their guardsmen, if they do make a move, her brother will surely be killed. I see. So, since I'm an outside factor in all this, you want me to take care of it? Yes. That being where Midoriya does look back at Faye. Along with that, there is also the matter that, for my nation, These men cutting things down and acting like they're elves, or, well, posing as them. This does also show heavy problems for me, too. Our unspoken bond and trust with the druids, it has been bad. Our people do go through a ceremonial practice of cutting down one tree, but replanting 5. However, these men, they're trying to burn down the forest and make sure that they can get a clear view of any direction, taking what they can and not caring about the land. I see. So, they're messing with the environment, and that's going to mess up exactly what goes on in your homeland. Yes, if these fires do continue to spread, many large predatory creatures will make their way towards our settlements. Along with that, there is the fact that our homeland is home to high-level predatory creatures, as in wolves and even some giant serpents. Giant serpents. Yes, those do border on the lizardman's home country. I see. So I'm guessing that does mean there's a swamp nearby too. Yes, that would be correct. Okay, I'm starting to get the hang of this. Now, Roy would turn back to the elf, informing her that he will go and save her family. However, he does wish to have some explanations later. Explanations? Yes. As in, what happened to make this possible? They snuck in. Apparently, somebody thought it would be a good idea to hold a festival. It was not under our orders, and my brother, he was being very naive. Apparently, he was taken away from his guards whenever the festival did start. Your brother sounds incompetent. Very much so. He is still a boy, and that cannot be blamed for. He does not have the experience that I do. I see. Alright. Now, Midoriya he would go to investigate this incident, talking about how he will gather his allies and they will leave immediately. Now, Midoriya does turn back to the table and grab the mug of coffee. Him going to down it as he does then set it back down on the table. As he does go to walk away. As he does walk out the door, the servant does hold 2 mugs, asking the young sir or ruler if he does wish to take these with him. It would be a waste. Give them to somebody to enjoy. Now, Roy would turn and leave, as he does make his way down to where the servants and, well, guest would be eating. Now, Roy he would open the door, as all of them they do see him. Ray, Lee, and Tori. All of them they do seem to be quite surprised. All of you, we need to pack up and go immediately. We have a quest. Quest? Sir, we're really leaving? Yeah, Dorziah, so soon? Yes. It's very urgent. In fact, we're dealing with a hostage situation. Hostage? It means someone was taken captive. And we need to save them. Now, you do actually have where, well, Belle, whenever they do, where Midori does turn to walk away, she does run up directly to his left. And Midori he does actually turn her way and look at her, before bringing his hand up and patting her on the head, telling them that they're going to head out immediately. Now, you do actually have Lee and Ray who do see that, as you do actually also have Tori, who she is quite curious. She knows for a fact that her sister sneaked away last night, and she only returned this morning. And there's apparently Dorziah, as he is called, or Sir. So, that does seem to be quite new. Now, You do actually have where Lee does ask Sir if they're going to be heading out and exactly what direction they need to go. And here I thought you were a good student. Sir, what did I do wrong? First of all, you don't call me Sir. As your teacher, it's only right that you address me as so. Really? Yes. I am not your teacher, or I'm not Sir anymore to you. You have permission to call me Master Junto. Wait, Junto? That's your name. Yes. We've been all traveling for quite some time. I do believe it's finally time I gave you all it. Now, all of them are quite surprised. Junto? His name is Junto. Now, they all would get on horses and begin to leave. As they were told by the elven princess, if they make their way there on a dragon, yeah, the men will execute her brother immediately, since there's only one person known as a dragon in the nation, and it will be quite problematic. Now, they do begin to head out, as I believe that would be a good point to leave this what if off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. Catch you guys in the next part.